check, try and run the operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Try and tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we continue with Wildcard Weekend with what should be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throw caught here by Burrow. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is complete. It's Allen. And the Chargers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
2-yard line.
Losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Ravens.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Conventional wisdom tells runners to work north and south and get upfield, but he was hoping he could win the race to the pylon. Excellent job of pursuit there by the defense, and they wound up knocking him backwards.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a third down.
Brings up third and goal.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
25 yards. First down.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
First down, Ravens.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First down.
On the option, Jackson will keep it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Herbert going deep here for Allen. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 59 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. You know, you know.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Gain of 10.
For throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Jackson, flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. On the option, here's Eckler. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll roll him out right. That'll be caught right side by Reed. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Brought down at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And a punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. To get this one across the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25.
take it to the locker room. They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Raheem Mostert as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14.
Chargers 20, Ravens 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
42-yard line here and brought down there. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And here the tight end Henry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. So we're at halftime of this AFC Wildcard matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC Wildcard game. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are you going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw is Jackson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Second down.
Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Woods the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. And a Raven first down.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson rolling to his right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Mostert. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Caught by his running back Raheem Mostert. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20-17. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Charger drive about to get going. Solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And this now 3rd and 11 after that 2nd down completion actually went back a yard. From the gun, Herbert. Pressure too much. Down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Touchdown.
From 19 yards away. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Tucker now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
It's certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually it becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Jackson on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
It's a
25 yards that time.
1st down, Baltimore.
Now it's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, they good play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they try the right side here. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made
Joey Bosa in on the stop. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now an option play on 2nd down. This one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Yeah, that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does exist. Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
On second down, Jackson flushed out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Jackson. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And Herbert able to get this one here out of the backfield. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make someone miss in the open field.
Brings up 4th down.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. And it's complete. Henry past the 20. And they'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on?
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches will put these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded just inside the 30. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Herbert. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now it's Herbert. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And that is incomplete. It would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
I will see if they do just that. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
13.
Now Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules are the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he will lose lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. First throw in overtime for Herbert. Got a man and he hits him in stride. He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there in overtime. 72 yards.
First and goal at the 3.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of
And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the playoffs but couldn't really make any noise.
Still a good season. Some might call it a great season when they get away from it a little bit. But they also will all look at their own errors, their own mistakes, and wonder how they could have played a little bit better. So if they get in this position again, they'll be ready to win.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaughan, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.